Welcome students. The next application of derivatives is mean value theorems. There are two mean value theorems. One is Rolle's theorem and the second is Lagrange's theorem or Lagrange's mean value theorem. So we have Rolle's theorem or Lagrange's mean value theorem. Today we will discuss Rolle's theorem only. So if we have a function, if f of x is continuous function in some closed interval a to b, it's differentiable in open interval a to b, and third, f of a equals to f of b. If a function satisfies these three conditions, these are three conditions of Rolle's theorem. Three conditions of Rolle's theorem. Then Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function. Therefore, Rolle's theorem is applicable to f of x. And what is the result of Rolle's theorem? The result is, therefore, there exists at least one c which belongs to open interval a comma b, where f dash of c is equal to 0. This is the result. These are three conditions of Rolle's theorem, and this is result of Rolle's theorem, that there exists at least one c, one value of c which belongs to open interval a comma b, where f dash of c is equal to 0. Derivative of the function where is 0. Let us understand this theorem. Let us consider graph of a function which is continuous and differentiable. So let us say this is the function, this is x axis, this is x is equal to a, and this is x is equal to b. This is f of a, value of function at x is equal to a, and this is f of b, value of function at x is equal to b. So we have taken f of a equal to f of b. So this condition holds. From graph of the function we can see it's a continuous function as well as a differentiable function. Therefore this function satisfies all the three conditions of Rolle's theorem. Now what is the result of Rolle's theorem? The result is that there exists at least one value of x which is c between a and b, where f dash of c is equal to 0. F dash of c is equal to 0 means where derivative of the function is 0. Derivative 0 means tangent is parallel to x axis, that is we have horizontal tangent, and we can see it's this point. Tangent here, this is point c, and f dash of c is equal to 0. This c is a number lying between a and b. So this is c. Using Rolle's theorem we find out this point c. So what is c in Rolle's theorem? It's point of horizontal tangent. So tangent here is horizontal, or tangent is parallel to, you can say, x axis. So we find out such point c lying in interval a to b, open interval a to b, where derivative of the function is 0, where tangent is horizontal or tangent is parallel to x axis. We can understand this in another way. Let's say we have f of a equal to 0 and f of b is also equal to 0. F of a equal to f of b, this is condition of Rolle's theorem. Let us say each is equal to 0. So we can say x is equal to a is a root of f of x, and similarly f of b is equal to 0. This means x is equal to b, this is a root of f of x. So a and b are roots of f of x, and there exists point c between interval a to b, where f dash of c is equal to 0. So this means that c is a root of f dash of x. f dash of c is equal to 0, c is the root of f dash of x. So can we say that this means, Rolle's theorem means that between any two roots of a polynomial or function f of x, between any two roots of f of x like a and b, there exists a root of derivative of the function. So this is another meaning of Rolle's theorem. Now to solve questions on Rolle's theorem, we need properties of continuous and differentiable functions. So Lagrange's mean value theorem we'll discuss next time. Today it's Rolle's theorem only. So what are properties which are useful? Properties of some standard functions which are useful. The first one is that a polynomial function is everywhere continuous and everywhere differentiable. Then exponential function y is equal to e raised per x. This is graph of the function. From graph it's clear that it's a continuous function, also a differentiable function. Then y is equal to sine of x or y is equal to cos of x. This is graph of sine of x and this is graph of cos of x. So these are continuous and differentiable everywhere. Remaining trigonometric functions are continuous and differentiable in their respective domains. What about y is equal to log of x? This is graph of log of x. This point is 1 comma 0. So from the graph it's clear that log of x is a continuous function and a differentiable function in its domain. Then y is equal to x, identity function. This is like polynomial, but this is also identity function. This is graph of the function. So from graph it's clear that it's a continuous function, also a differentiable function. Y is equal to modulus of x. This is graph of the function, V-shaped graph. This is continuous everywhere, there is no break, but this is not differentiable at x is equal to 0, because at x is equal to 0 there is a sharp bend, and point of sharp bend is point of non-differentiability. So we will be using these properties when we solve questions on Rolle's theorem as well as on Lagrange's mean value theorem. The first one, the question is we have to verify Rolle's theorem for the first 6 questions. The first one, f of x is equal to x into x minus 2 whole square. This is a polynomial function, x into x minus 2 whole square. So we write f of x being a polynomial is everywhere continuous. This is everywhere continuous. Everywhere continuous means minus infinity to plus infinity, it's continuous. Everywhere means it's continuous for all real numbers, or from minus infinity to plus infinity. But in the question the interval is 0 to 2, so we write in particular for the closed interval from 0 to 2. So we write 1, first condition. Second, f of x being a polynomial is everywhere differentiable, in particular for open interval 0 to 2. The third one, we find out f of 0, and f of 0, this will be 0 into something, that is 0. Then we find out f of 2, this will be 0, so into this will be 0. F of 2, this is also 0. So we have f of 0 equals to f of 2. So from 1, 2, 3 we can say from 1 to 3 f of x satisfies all the three conditions of Rolle's theorem. Therefore Rolle's theorem is applicable to f of x. Rolle's theorem is applicable to f of x. and if Rolle's theorem is applicable to f of x, this means the result of Rolle's theorem is applicable. Therefore, there exists at least one C which belongs to, in this case, open interval 0 to 2, where f dash of C is equal to 0. Now this will give us value of C. So we need derivative of the function f dash of x. F of x is product of two functions. So first function into derivative of second, plus second function into derivative of first, which is 1. This is x minus 2 common. It's 2x plus x minus 2. It's x minus 2, and this is 3x minus 2. This is f dash of x, and f dash of C is equal to 0. This means C minus 2 into 3C minus 2 is equal to 0. This gives us C is equal to 2, or C is equal to 2 by 3. This value, this doesn't belong to open interval 0 to 2. This doesn't belong to, and this value, this belongs to 0 to 2. Therefore, C is equal to 2 by 3. This is how we verify Rolle's theorem. The next one, we have f of x. This is e raised power x into sine of x, and the given interval is 0 to pi, the first two quadrants. We have to verify Rolle's theorem. So what do we know about e raised power x and about sine of x? E raised power x exponential function, this is continuous everywhere. Sine of x, this also continues. So what is f of x? So we will write f of x being product of two continuous functions is continuous everywhere, in particular for the closed interval 0 to pi. That's condition number 1. So we write f of x being a product of two continuous functions, e raised power x is continuous, sine of x is also continuous. Being a product of two continuous functions is also continuous everywhere, but our concern is the particular interval 0 to pi. Similarly, 2, f of x being a product of two differentiable functions is differentiable everywhere, in particular open interval 0 to pi. Third condition, we find out f of 0. What is f of 0? F of 0 is e raised power 0 into sine 0. Sine 0 is 0, therefore product is 0. F of 0 is 0. F of pi, sine of pi is 0 into e raised power pi, so this will also be 0. Therefore f of 0 is equal to f of pi. So from 1, 2 and 3 we can write f of x satisfies all the three conditions of Rolle's theorem. Therefore Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function, and therefore there exists at least one C which belongs to open interval 0 comma pi, where f dash of C is equal to 0. So we will find out C from this equation, but before that we find out f dash of x. This is product of two functions, first function into derivative of second plus second function into derivative of first. So taking e raised power x common, it's cos x plus sin x, multiplying and divide by root 2. This is root 2 into e raised power x, 1 by root 2 into cos of x plus 1 by root 2 into sin of x. Root 2 into e raised power x, 1 by root 2 can be written cos of pi by 4. So this is cos x cos pi by 4, and this is sin x into sin of pi by 4. This is root 2 into e raised power x. What is cos A? Cos B plus sin A sin B is cos of A minus B, cos of x minus pi by 4. Now substituting value here, f dash of C equal to 0. This means root 2 into e raised power C into cos of C minus pi by 4. This is 0. Product of two functions is 0, therefore e raised power C is 0, or cos of C minus pi by 4, this is 0. but e raised power x is never 0. It's clear from graph of e raised power x. This is graph of e raised power x. For no value, this graph touches or crosses x axis. Therefore, value of e raised power x is never 0. So, e raised power c is not equal to 0. Only this is 0. This gives us c minus pi by 4 equal to pi by 2, or c is equal to pi by 2 plus pi by 4, that is 3 pi by 4, and this belongs to the interval from 0 to pi. This is value of c. So, therefore, Rolle's theorem is verified. The next one, it's f of x is equal to e raised power 1 minus x square, and the interval is from minus 1 to plus 1. Now, e raised power something is exponential function, 1 minus x square is polynomial. This is composite function of exponential function and polynomial function. So, if f of x is continuous, g of x is continuous, composite of f and g is also continuous, similarly differentiable. So, we can explain that this being composite function of e raised power x and polynomial function, this is continuous. We have to explain for the closed interval minus 1 to plus 1. Similarly, we will explain this is differentiable function, but in the open interval minus 1 to plus 1. Then we find out f of minus 1. It's e raised power 1 minus minus 1 square. This is e raised power 1, e raised power 0 is 1. F of 1, this also same. So, f of a is equal to f of b. Therefore, this function satisfies all the three conditions of Rolle's theorem. Therefore, Rolle's theorem is applicable to f of x. So, next we need derivative of the function. E raised power, this is 1 minus x square into derivative of this, which is minus 2x. Now, this is the result of Rolle's theorem, that f dash of c is equal to 0. So, e raised power 1 minus c square, the first part e raised power something, this is never 0. Therefore, c is 0. So, c belongs to open interval minus 1 to plus 1. So, this is how we verify Rolle's theorem for this function. The fourth question, we have f of x is equal to sin x 2 sin x plus sin 2x, the given interval 0 to pi, first and second quadrants, and we have to verify Rolle's theorem for this function. So, 2 sin x, this is sin of x is continuous function, this is also differentiable. Similarly, sin 2x, this is continuous as well as differentiable. So, we will write f of x being sum of two continuous functions, is continuous everywhere, in particular for this closed interval 0 to pi. Similarly, f of x being a differentiable function, because this is differentiable, this is also differentiable, sine function is differentiable, f of x being sum of two differentiable functions, this is also differentiable everywhere, but we write in particular for the open interval 0 to pi. The third condition, we find out f of 0, sin 0 is 0, so this will be 0. Then f of pi, sin pi is 0, sin of 2 pi is also 0, sum will be 0. So, f of 0 is equal to f of pi. So, what do we get? We see the function f of x satisfies 1, 2, 3 conditions of Rolle's theorem. Therefore, Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function. So, we write Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function. And what is the result of Rolle's theorem? Therefore, we write there exists at least one c which belongs to open interval 0 to pi, where derivative of the function is 0. This will give us value of c. We have to find value of c. Value of c should lie between 0 to pi. So, let us differentiate f dash of x. This is 2 cos of x. Derivative of sin 2x is cos of 2x into 2. So, 2 cos of 2x. Taking 2 common is cos 2x plus cos of x. This is 2. Now, applying CD formulas. What is cos c plus cos d? it's 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. So let's write this is 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. That's 4 cos 3x by 2 into cos of x by 2. So what is the result of Rolle's theorem? It's f dash of c is equal to 0. So f dash of c equals to 0 means cos of 3c by 2 is 0 or cos of c by 2 is equal to 0. So this gives us 3c by 2 equals to pi by 2 or c is equal to pi by 3. And from this it's c by 2 is equal to pi by 2 or c is equal to pi. The value of c, this is to lie in open interval 0 to pi. Therefore, this will be cancelled out. This doesn't belong to open interval. This belongs to open interval 0 to pi. Therefore, this is value of c. This is how we verify Rolle's theorem. The next one, we have f of x as 4 raised per sin x and x is interval from 0 to pi by 2, that is first quadrant. So what is 4 raised per sin x? It's exponential function and sine function. It's composite function of exponential function and sine function. So from properties of functions we know that if f of x is continuous, g of x is continuous, their composite function is also continuous. Similarly, if f of x is differentiable, g of x is differentiable, their composite function is also differentiable. So we'll explain it like this, that f of x being a composite function of exponential function and sine function, this is continuous everywhere, in particular for the open interval 0 to pi by 2. Similarly, this is differentiable for the open interval 0 to pi by 2. Next, we find out value of, this is a starting point of the interval, pi by 2 b end point of the interval. We find out value at 0. 4, this is sine 0. Sine 0 is 0, 4 raised per 0 is 1. Similarly, we find out this is pi. This interval is pi. So f of pi, this will be 4 raised per sine of pi. This is again 1. F of 0 is f of pi. Each is equal to 1. So f of x satisfies 1, 2, 3, all the 3 conditions of Rolle's theorem. Therefore, Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function. So what is the result of Rolle's theorem? If f of x satisfies all the 3 conditions of Rolle's theorem, therefore Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function, and according to which f dash of c is equal to 0. So let's find out f dash of x. Derivative of 4 raised per something is 4 raised per something into log of 4 into derivative of something, that is cos of x, and f dash of c is equal to 0. This is the result of Rolle's theorem. This means 4 raised per sine of c into log of 4 into cos of c, this is 0. Now 4 raised per something, this cannot be equal to 0. This is constant. The only possibility is that cos of c is 0. This gives us c equals to pi by 2, and this belongs to open interval 0 to pi. This was the given interval, so 0 to pi. The next one, we have sine raised per 4x plus cos raised per 4x, and we are given interval of first quadrant 0 to pi by 2. So what type of function is f of x? This is sum of two continuous functions. Sine of x is continuous, cos of x is continuous. This being sum of two continuous functions is continuous everywhere, in particular so for the closed interval 0 to pi by 2. Similarly, f of x being sum of two differentiable functions is differentiable everywhere, in particular for the open interval 0 to pi by 2. Third, we find out f of 0 and we find out f of pi by 2. value of function at starting point and value of function at the end point. Sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, this is 1 raised to power 4, this is 1. Sin pi by 2, this is 1 raised to power 4 and this is 0, this is 1. So we have f of 0 equal to f of pi by 2. Therefore, this function f of x satisfies all the three conditions 1, 2, 3 of Rolle's theorem. Therefore, Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function. So what is the result of Rolle's theorem? That f dash of c is equal to 0. This result, this will give us value of c. So before this we find out f dash of x. Derivative of sin raised to power 4x is 4 sin cube of x into derivative of sin x, which is cos x, and plus 4 cos cube of x into derivative of cos x, which is minus sin of x. Taking 4 sin x into cos x common, it's sin square of x minus cos square of x. This can be written, let's take minus sign common, minus 2 into 2 sin x cos x. So minus sign common, this will be cos square of x minus sin square of x. This is minus 2. What is 2 sin x cos x? It's sine of 2x, and cos square x minus sin square x, we know it's cos of 2x, and this is 2 sin 2x cos 2x, this will be sine of 4x. So minus sine of 4x, this is f dash of x, this is derivative of the function. To find out value of c, we use result of Rolle's theorem. F dash of c is equal to 0 minus sine of 4c is equal to 0. The given interval is 0 to pi by 2. So these are values of x. Let's write 0 less than equal to x less than equal to pi by 2. So what about c? This is 0 less than equal to c less than equal to pi by 2, 4c, multiplying throughout by 4. So 4c is angle between 0 to 2 pi, first, second, third, fourth quadrants. So this means sine of 4c is equal to 0. This is 4c equal to 0, or 4c equal to pi, or 4c equals to 2 pi. Value of sine function is 0 when angle is 0 or pi or 2 pi. From this we get values of c. C is 0, c is pi by 4, c is pi by 2. This value c and this value, this doesn't belong to open interval 0 to pi by 2. This also doesn't belong to open interval 0 to pi by 2. These are values lying in closed intervals. Value of c, which is pi by 4, this belongs to open interval 0 to pi by 2. So this is the value, this verifies Rolle's theorem. The next one, we have to find point on the curve. Equation of curve is y equal to 12 into x plus 1 into x minus 2. So we can identify and we can write that it's a polynomial function. And what do we know about polynomial functions? That every polynomial is everywhere continuous. Every polynomial similarly is everywhere differentiable. So we'll write that this function is continuous everywhere, but in particular this is continuous everywhere, but in particular for the interval from minus 1 to 2. Similarly, it is differentiable everywhere, in particular open interval minus 1 to 2. Next we find out value of function at starting point of interval. So since this factor will be 0, value of function is 0, and f of 2, the second factor will be 0, so product will be 0. So from 1, 2 and 3, can we say this function satisfies all the three conditions of Rolle's theorem? So if all the conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied, therefore Rolle's theorem is applicable to the function, and according to which f dash of c is 0. Let us write f of x. It's 12 into x square minus x minus 2, and f dash of x, this is 12, this is 2x minus 1. F dash of c is equal to 0. This means 2c minus 1 is 0 or c is equal to half. So this value, this lies in this interval, open interval minus 1 to 2. This we write belongs to minus 1 to 2. So this is value of c. And what is point on curve at which tangent is parallel to x-axis? Now point means x coordinate of the point as well as y coordinate of the point. So value of c is x coordinate of the point. So point is c equal to 1 by 2 and f of c. So what is f of c? F of c we get from this 12 into 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. Then 1 by 2 minus 2 minus 3 by 2. 2 into 2 4. So this is minus 27. The point is 1 by 2 comma minus 27. So at this point on this curve is the tangent parallel to x-axis. So we have used Rolle's theorem here to find out where tangent point where tangent is parallel to x-axis. Tangent is parallel to x-axis or tangent is horizontal. So to find out such points we use Rolle's theorem. The next one, we have to find out values of constants b and c given that f of x, which is x cube plus bx square plus cx, this function, Rolle's theorem holds for this function at point x is equal to 4 by 3. So this is a polynomial function. We find out derivative of the function. This is 3x square plus 2bx plus c. So Rolle's theorem holds at this point. This means c is 4 by 3, and if c is 4 by 3, then f dash of c, this will be 0. Not to be confused with this c. So f dash of c is equal to 0. This means 6x, this is 3 into 4 by 3 whole square plus 2b into 4 by 3 and plus c, this is 0. This is 3 into 16 upon 9, this is 8b upon 3. This gives us 16 plus 8b plus 3c, this is 0. So this c is different from this c. So let us write this with capital C. F dash of capital C is 0. So we get one equation in B and C. How do we get second equation? So if Rolle's theorem holds, this means all the three conditions of Rolle's theorem also satisfied by f of x. And we use the third condition, that is f of 1 and f of 2. Value of function at starting point and value of function at end point, they are equal. And f of 1, we put x is equal to 1 here. It's 1 plus b plus c. And for f of 2, this will be 8 plus 4b and plus 2c. So let's simplify. This is 3b plus c is equal to minus 7. Multiplying this by 3, it's 9b plus 3c is minus 21. And this is 8b plus 3c. This is equal to minus 16. We solve these equations simultaneously. This will cancel out. Value of b is minus 5. Substitute value of b minus 5 here. We got c as minus 7 minus 3 into minus 5. This is 15, so this is 8. So this is c and this is b. This is how we find out values of b and c. The last one. We are given f of x is a function from minus 5 to plus 5 to r. R is set of real numbers. We are given its differentiable. Also given that f dash x does not vanish anywhere, and we have to prove from the statement that f of minus 5, this is not equal to f of 5. Let us understand. This is function given from minus 5 to plus 5 to set of real numbers. So f dash, this is differentiable, f is differentiable, So from properties of differentiable functions, we know that if a function is differentiable, it's necessarily continuous. So f is differentiable, this means f is continuous also. So f is differentiable means f is continuous also. So this means first condition of Rolle's theorem is satisfied, second condition, this is also satisfied. Two conditions are satisfied. Now what is the result? The result is that f dash of x does not vanish anywhere in the interval -5 to +5. What is the result of Rolle's theorem? Rolle's theorem says that if a function satisfies three conditions of Rolle's theorem, then derivative of function should be 0. F dash of c should be 0. But here f dash of x does not vanish anywhere. Vanish means that f dash of x is 0. Does not vanish means that this is not equal to 0. So this means that there is no point in the interval from -5 to +5 where derivative of function is 0. But according to Rolle's theorem, there must be such point, at least one such point where f dash of c is equal to 0. So why this is not happening? Why derivative is not vanishing anywhere? The reason for this is that the third condition of Rolle's theorem, that is f of a equal to f of b, that this function doesn't satisfy that. So f dash of c here not equal to 0. This implies the third condition, because we know the first two conditions are satisfied by the function. It must be the third condition of Rolle's theorem which is not being satisfied by the function. This is not being satisfied by the function. So that is f of -5 is not equal to f of 5. So this explains why f of -5 is not equal to f of 5. Thank you.